live. Yay! I don't know why I can't ever find anything. Like, I get all my stuff ready, and then I'm so... Hi, Jen! How are you? Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Okay. I hope I did it right. Wait, hold on. Did it work? Okay, let's try it now. I should let you know. Hi, Tony. Hello.
My goodness, hello.
Hi.
It worked, it worked, it worked. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's been a day.
Oh, hello everyone. Hi.
Hi. I know.
I was a little worried that it wasn't gonna work. Hi. I was a little worried because it said like no video, no mic. I'm like, no, 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 no. This cannot be.
No.
We're
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Are you using your new little
Light.
yes.
Do you know it literally
Hi,
came
Jen.
10 minutes ago?
Hi, Tony.
Hi everyone. It came
So
10 minutes ago. So I'm like cranking everything together, putting everything together. So
that's funny.
how are you? How is everybody here? Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and thank you for coming back on to do a little fun night.
Of course, yeah.
I'm good, busy, work. You know the other fun things that we can't discuss. Yeah, Tony and Jen, I'll send you that message too. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you know, it's been an interesting few days, and we're just working through it. We've had a lot of lives this weekend, and then we're gonna take a couple weeks off.
Okay.
And we're gonna revamp and do some fun stuff. I did also do Medium release it as its own TikTok, which I'm gonna stick videos over there.
Good.
And we're gonna stick videos on YouTube, and I'm gonna do some different content and stuff. And just kind of have some fun. I haven't figured out if I'm gonna do these still live like this, or if I'm gonna like tape them and then put them up maybe every now and then do a
Yeah.
live. Haven't figured it out.
Yeah. That works too, especially because you have some people that are like way off time zone, right?
Oh
Because
my
you
God. I know I had an India. Lives in India. And
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, 1:30 in the morning. Okay, let's go. Whew.
Commitment.
It is. But it would be fun, like, if this show, like, takes off. Kind of like my burgers, bourbon, and beer that I would love to have go places, to travel the world and meet different psychics and medium and spiritual people. I think it would be fascinating.
Amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. So, what have you been doing since we last spoke?
Oh goodness, since we last spoke, it's been busy. It's been busy with life stuff as well as, psychic medium stuff, which is great on both sides. So yeah, no, I don't know. I think I've probably learned a lot of lessons since I've last seen you, but everything is like a blur. So yeah, but it's been great.
Yeah, and hopefully my eyes. So I'm still dealing with this botch Botox situation. And so I have different drops in my eyes to make my eyes look normal. So hopefully I look normal.
You absolutely look normal and you don't look like anything has been going on at all. Like I wouldn't have known.
Thank you.
I still don't see it, so you're fine.
So before we begin, do you want to just reintroduce yourself and just give people a little backstory on you and how you got your gift for those who may be new and joining us tonight for the first time?
Sure, yeah. So, hello everybody. If I don't know you, my name is Naomi. I'm the Soul and Spirit Connector. I am a psychic, a medium, and a spiritual coach as well. And I do Akashic readings as well. So, backstory on me. I've seen spirit since I was a child. To be honest with you, I feel like likely all of us have. We probably have a story of
Yes,
what we did and we saw something. So I feel like everyone's born psychic and mediums. It's just
absolutely.
it kind of disappears, comes back if it does, that kind of thing. So I saw since I was a kid, and the psychic didn't, from my memory anyway, it didn't really start until I was about 8 or 9, and it was a lot of like psychic dreams that were very worldly that I didn't really understand that end up coming true. But my first ability, if you will, would be mediumship. So I used to see my grandfather who passed when my mom was pregnant with me, and
Wow.
didn't have the chance to really know him in physical form, but I was so blessed to get to know him in spirit form. So that was kind of my first original experience. And then, like most mediums, we shut it off for a period of time because we want to be like quote unquote normal, right? And we want to go to school without people saying our name constantly. And that would happen a lot to me in elementary school. I would be sitting in class and I would hear these spirits saying my name, and it was too much, and I didn't understand it, and I didn't have anyone to turn to in those times to really
Right,
understand.
right, right, right.
So I turned it off for quite a while, and then I turned it back on in my like mid 20s, I would say, early to mid 20s. And then once I became a mom, which was in my late 20s, I really just wanted to understand it all. Now, my why has completely changed. So some of you may have heard this before, but my why originally was in case my children have these abilities, I want to be able to help them. So I'm going to learn about this world so that I can provide those answers. And then my why very quickly changed because I absolutely loved it. And I took a lot of classes with Jen Ebra, which you
Who's
know,
on?
who's on right now. And I took, I don't even know how many classes. I don't know. I don't know, but I was obsessed. I loved everything about it. And it was like my time, right? Because I was a stay-at-home mom, and I didn't realize how much I wanted something for me, and
Right,
just that hour or two, which ended up being almost every night. You go into so many classes.
right, right,
That time was for me. But then, yeah, that why really changed to like helping all of you, right? And along the way, it helps me
right.
like so much. I've learned so much about my true self, not the self that I thought I was, but my true, authentic Naomi self, my soul self. So it was beautiful, beautiful along the way. Great
I
journey.
love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah,
Do you feel like do you have a different relationship with your soul now that you have this gift?
yeah. Huge. I used to get like wicked anxiety. I used to have horrible boundaries. I was a massive people pleaser, massive. Love you too. Massive people pleaser. I used to bake, so I used to make like
I
these.
know. I love that you did because I'm a big baker too.
Yeah, yeah, I loved it. But if somebody were to message me at like 8 p.m. and be like, I forgot to order my daughter's cake for the next day, I'd be like, okay, I'll just like take your order last minute and not sleep. And and honestly, through this journey, I didn't realize how much I really people pleased. And it was through my own lessons with mediumship. I miss your cookies, yeah.
She should probably bake some cookies and bring it to the store. That's what you should do. And then
I have. I love you, and I will. I promise. I just haven't had time. I don't know where I was going with that. So I learned, and I'll never forget it, guys. Like if you're going to go into mediumship and learn about it, you need your boundaries with not just spirit, but with like human alive people. Okay.
right.
And I'll never forget going into my first medium class with Jen and coming out of there and being like, okay, Spirit, you can't wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And now my boundaries are set. And I laugh about it now because I had no idea how much it was really going to crack you open and how much those boundaries needed to apply to physical form and people around in your life. So it is an amazing journey, and I highly recommend it if you are being pulled to it. I think you need that pull, right? You need that. You
Well,
need that
and
pull.
yeah, you and I have talked about that because we think I'm opening up, which some things are freaking me out. And I know that we had a conversation once, and you're like, Lisa, you know your intuition. You already know this.
Yes, like don't even ask me because you
And
know.
and it's like, okay, and it's that knowing, and I have it, and sometimes I know I'm right, but sometimes I think all the anxiety and the stress and the
But that's all ego, right? That's
that's
your
all ego.
ego. Because true intuition is not going to cause those anxious responses and things like
Now,
that comes you.
do you, so when you're dealing with spirit and you're talking to spirit and you're asking spirit certain questions, when somebody mentioned to me that the our when we're like anxious or stressed or we have like anxiety about something, or that's actually not our spirit feeling that way, that's our ego, that's our inner child that's still scared. What are your thoughts on that?
For sure, for sure. If I were to ask myself a question, if that answer caused me a great deal of anxiety, or if it came from my brain, right? Then I know that's ego. I know that my higher self, it's got me, right? And you were never like disconnected from your higher self. A lot of people will come and say that I feel disconnected from spirit, and it's just not true. Your higher self is you, right? We are part of the universe. We are higher self is you. You're not disconnected from that. So it's about listening to it. A lot of people will ask that question, and either they'll get that intuitive answer, that gut answer, right? Which it should settle you, okay, with the answer. It should settle you. You shouldn't be getting all this anxiety. But then you don't listen to it. Like you don't actually put forth what the message is.
Right.
Right? So, let's say with today, with that little like meditation, 30-second meditation that I posted today, one little word that you can get from your higher self, from yourself, knowing that you need to bring patience, if that was your word, for your day. Some people will come out of that meditation and say, oh, the word was patience, and then be presented with an opportunity of having patience in the day and not taking it. So it's one thing to get that higher self response, that intuitive response. And it's another to actually apply it to your day and into your life, right? And notice the opportunities that come to you with when you can actually show that.
Right. When do you ever ask spirit like certain questions, like, where, like when we die, like where do they go? Like what do they say to you? Like are like if they like what are they just hanging out? Like what do they do all day? Like you know what I'm saying?
Not like I've had some people ask me, like, does my grandmother like watch me when I'm with my husband?
I
That.
don't. Can I tell you that like stuff like that, like, because now that my dad, has passed away, like, I'm like, wait a second, is he gonna like see things? Like, I don't want him seeing me take a shower or go to the
No,
bathroom or have sex. Like,
no, no, none of that. No, they're not doing that. They're not hanging around just like watching every move that you. No, no, no. But yeah, I used to ask when I was a kid because I was very curious as a child, obviously, like most kids are. And to me, that was normal, right? So if you're born seeing, hello, Tara. If you're born seeing spirit, you really don't know any other way. And it's not until you're older when, people are saying, well, you shouldn't be seeing that because that person's not here anymore, that you start to freak out a bit, right?
right.
Used to ask, like I would ask my grandfather when I saw him, I would ask other people's loved ones in spirit because I would see them as a kid. And I'd say, like, where are you going? Like, because they would leave, right? And I'm like, where are you going? And they would always say, I'm going home. I'm going home. That's where we go. We go home. And I always found that really interesting. That always stuck with me since I was a kid. Because even at that time, I was like, where's home, though?
Yes, where is home? Where are they? Like, do they sleep? Like,
I don't think they sleep. I mean, I can't say that I know everything, but I don't think they sleep. I don't think we're meant to know everything at the same time, right? I don't think there's spirit that's just going to tell me every single answer to those questions that we all have. I think some of it is probably a mystery, but I always wondered where home was, and maybe it's just we're leaving this reality, if you will, or dimension, returning to the one that we came from, right? So it's a fascinating question, but I've always been left with the word home from no matter who I asked, which I always thought interesting. Yeah.
that's just because it's just fascinating to me. Like, I know I talk to spirit about stuff, especially like when I'm trying to manifest and, I'm trying to want something. And it's like, okay, are you listening to me? Like today, like I leave my apartment every morning. I ask spirit and angels to like guide me, keep me protected. And can I tell you, I left for work. This homeless woman pushed me on the bus, and I turned around and like, do not touch me. I'm like, oh God. And the bus driver's like, Lisa. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. And because I know my bus drivers, they're like, and then I get into the office and I hit my elbow on the marble thing where we have to clock in. I'm like, then I go into the bathroom. I'm like, okay, I don't understand what you're trying to tell me here. I just asked you to do all these things and the opposite is happening. And it's like,
Uh, is the opposite happening to what you thought you needed, or you're not picking up on the signs of maybe your higher self saying, like, maybe you need to slow down, maybe you
well,
need to
maybe it,
all of these little things. So I find a lot of times we want a certain outcome, right? And we're not surrendering or letting go of the control of what's supposed to be. And I really do believe that we're always where we're meant to be. So if you drop your keys, the kids are taking a long time tying up their shoes because they need to tie up their shoes and you can't do it. Well, maybe it's because you're supposed to be where you are and you're
right.
supposed to slow down and you're not meant to be on this hamster wheel going
Right.
crazy are every morning. So, with your circumstance, maybe you were actually being given the signs of what you asked for, but it's not in the way you wanted. Do you see
Well,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I just thought the whole morning was going to flow and it wasn't flowing. I mean, it got better, but but that makes a lot of sense. Somebody said, well, going home would be different for everyone, right? That's a good question. Like when spirit goes home, is that the same for everyone or?
It would be different for anyone. I can't say that I know it all. But I just find it interesting that they all say that they're going home. And to me, I always thought maybe we're just like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, that's going to sound crazy, but like, are we sleeping right now? Like, are we sleeping and then we wake up and then we're in
Well,
a,
okay, so that's kind of funny too, because like I have some really crazy dreams. Like I get scared, like I feel like I'm gonna die or something. And we've talked about this. Like it freaks me out. Like I don't know where I was or what happened, but I wake up thinking, am I dead? Am I gonna die? Like it's like petrifies me. Like I don't know what that is. So it's funny that you say that because it makes me wonder, what is this then?
mm-hmm.
Is this just like the playground? Because I remember what is Dolores Cannon
Yeah.
has a video where she talks about this is a play and they see us and they're like, oh, my turn to enter the curtain, my turn to leave it's a play. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if this is a play, then where's my money? Where's the hot man? Where do you know what I'm saying? Like, why it shouldn't be struggle? What is
Yeah.
it Simulation, Jen says.
Exactly. It is a simulation. And everyone in your life are here for different reasons. They all play a character. Whether you like the character, you don't like the character, whether the character triggers you or gives you love, like they're
Right.
here for a reason, right?
And do you think that everyone, like every lifetime, it's the same group of people? Like,
I don't think it's the same group of people every time.
what about family?
Family, I know, like, personally for myself, my dad has been my dad before. My son has been my son before. My husband has been a boyfriend of mine, like things like this. But I don't believe that it's in every single lifetime, right? So if I had a lifetime with Jen, which I know I've had many times, then it doesn't mean that she's from my lifetime where my dad was from. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
But some people come back, but come back in different ways. They're not always the same character, if you will.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's not like a death dream. That's what's so weird. But I understand. I get like that too. Um, it's like a weird, just I can't describe it. Like it's like a nightmare. It's like I get and I wake up like what just it's like it's just it's weird. Um Normally like I don't normally if I think of a certain celebrity like dream, they normally die. Like it happened with Ronald Reagan.
Mm.
Um and I don't know why I always remember that one. Like I dreamt about Ronald Reagan and literally 2 days later he died. And I remember when my grandmother passed away, she lived with us, and her husband, Grandpa Benny, he had died many years before, and we all lived at Aunt Connie's house, who also passed away. But anyways, I was laying in bed, and that bedroom door opened because Grandma Jude, I'm going to start to cry. She opened up the door and she said, "Benny, I have to say goodbye to Lisa. I will, and I have to say goodbye." And I always remember that. And it's just the most craziest thing. The door opened, I remember, and then all of a sudden, I woke up and I went downstairs, and then she had just passed, and it was just the craziest. I don't know. It's just things like that that are just
Yeah, and those are visitations, right? Like
yes, Jen. That's a mirror behind me. Why? What do you see?
we don't always trust mirrors.
Yeah. Do you want me to move the mirror? What do you want? Because as soon as she
Oh, I
messages,
have a mirror story. I have a mirror story. Would you
what?
story? Oh, Jen knows the mirror story. Okay. Um, oh, sorry, Lisa. That was
No,
a
it's fine. Go, go, go. Tell me the mirror story.
and that, like, just so you guys know, um
What the fuck do they see? Fuck them. I'm gonna pull them on. They're gonna have to tell me. Okay, it's fine. No, it's not fine if you guys are both
I
seeing it. I hate them. I hate them now. I hate them. They
what
know I love them. But
where were we?
okay, tell your story, and then they're gonna have to say what they see and what the hell is here.
Well, maybe don't have a mirror like directly at you. Yeah.
You're You know what? If somebody, okay, where should I move? Here, I'm gonna move my little thing. Look at what these ladies are making me do. Look, in my messy apartment. Okay, so now we're gonna come over here. Okay, here we go. Now I'm here.
Okay. So, okay, mirror. Okay.
Okay, someone has to tell me. Okay, so tell your mirror story. Look at Jen. Tell your mirror story, and then Jen, and then the other lady has to tell me
Charlene.
what they saw and what's here. And please feel free to get rid of it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, I used to get things like secondhand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a mirror off of like Marketplace.
No, I already think I know where you're going. I know this is like not appropriate, but I'm really hot right now. Okay.
I got the mirror. And then I was like, I don't even have a purpose for this mirror. I'm just going to put it in my closet. Forgot about it. Like, whatever. This was in. And I I started noticing that my kids were waking up in the middle of the night and like things were moving around. And um, I would take, back then, I used to take CBD and THC to like help me sleep, just the oil. And anytime I took too much, like guys, if you're a psychic or a medium, like maybe we shouldn't be taking THC and CBD. For me, it really opened me up big
It
time.
does. My cousin is very intuitive, and when she starts talking, like I have to hang up on her. Like I
Mm,
can't. If I watch this and start laughing, like it's like no, I can't talk to you. Bye.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was too much. So if I took too much oil, it would be unbearable. And I used to see this like old woman come out of my closet, go like across my bed, go out into the hallway and down the hallway and go wake up my kids. And would be in like this rocking chair. And I think it was Jen actually that said, "Do you have like a mirror in your closet?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" And it's secondhand. Like I completely forgot about this thing, and it was Oma that came with the mirror
I'm getting chills.
closet. So I like cleanse the mirror, everything, and then let like set her on her way, and then I got rid of the mirror and
So, do you want to know what's funny? Is there when I lived in Brooklyn, there was a store, a really cool art store, and they had a picture of Tupac and Biggie in the picture. It was a painted, and it was a weird energy, but I thought no big deal, you know. And then there came a point where my mirror, hold on, they're freaking out. Because, like, if that's the case, I'm going to get fucking rid of it. Like, you don't understand. If that, I'll buy another mirror. I just, anyway, um, but I cleansed that. Okay.
uh-huh.
Because that came from another apartment. Anyways,
Uh,
okay. Um, you don't need to do, okay, let me, so anyways, I don't know what the hell was with this picture, but I, like you, forgot about it. I left it on the top, and then something weird happened. I'm like, what the fuck? And then when I was moving, I found the picture again, and it had like a crazy heavy energy. I felt nauseous, and I threw this fucker away. Like I was like out. I don't know what any of that meant or why it happened, but it was just weird. I'm like, bye, done.
well, some people just like and some people go to like a thrift shop or go on marketplace and get something and bring it home. And I had no idea that something was on it, right? Like it
I know.
happens.
Okay, Jen, Moonflowers, I want to know what you two are seeing in that mirror. Are they going to answer me or are they going to laugh? I want them each to say what they see. And what do I have to do? Should we have Jen come on for a second so she can tell us?
If you like,
Do you
if
want
she,
to come on so you can tell us
it feels more masculine energy to be honest, but
why? Do you see it too? You
I'm gonna
guys can
scare
know.
her bed.
Someone is with you, Lisa, on your left side. Who?
Yeah, I mean, usually you wouldn't have a mirror in your bedroom, I
Well,
believe.
it's a studio apartment.
Um,
So it's a studio apartment. So I have my bed here. I have my little couch there. I have my fireplace and my TV.
maybe not directly at your bed. Is it towards your bed or no?
No, it's towards the kitchen stuff.
Okay, well, you can show me after if you'd like.
I'll show you after. I'll give you a little tour. Um, Whoever's on my left side, please get rid of them. You have my permission. Go bye bye. I mean, is it family? They were with you in the mirror. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna cry. Is it
Your
like
side, on your left side,
on my left side?
yeah, by
So,
the by the brick.
but where are they right now?
Don't worry about it.
I want to know. She's got to tell me. She messaged me and tell me and who they are because I want them gone. You don't understand. If it's a family member, I'll be nicer, but I don't want anybody here. Anyways, okay. It freaks me out. Maybe that's why I'm not sleeping.
You're
Okay.
fine.
What? Okay. You know what? Whoever's in my apartment, go. You're not welcome here. Go to the light. Bye-bye.
Go to
I have
the
enough mediums and psychics on this platform right now that they can all help. You have my permission. Oh, dear Lord.
You're fine.
Okay. What are we gonna let's talk about? Oh, we were talking the other night about staying in faith and trust when you're trying to manifest something. I mean, because God knows I'm always trying to manifest, and now with the Lionsgate portal, which I thought was very fascinating, what you thought, and I actually really liked that. I loved it actually, because so many people are like, "Oh my God, the Lionsgate portal, August 8th, I have to manifest, I have to do this, and I have to do that." And you can say what you told me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tony. Tony, that's me. um, and it's like you get so crazy right now with everything going on. And why aren't the manifestations coming? And why, how do you recommend and tell people, I love you too, Jen, how to stay in faith and trust to know that your manifestations are going to come? Because if I have one more person tell me you're going to be very wealthy in this life and you already should have been wealthy, which that I've had a couple people tell me that I don't like that, because that makes me feel like I'm a failure
No.
and I did something wrong, and if I should already be well known or wealthy or whatever. So how do you explain those situations, and how do you tell people to stay in trust with their manifestations?
Look, I think that's a big question. So for one, I don't let me collect my thoughts here. So with the Lionsgate port and like really all these different manifestation, I don't know, new age stuff. I call it new age stuff because to be honest, I think that a lot of people will post about it and then other people will see this post and be like, wow, I can like manifest everything that I've ever dreamt of because Joe Blow said that it's the Lionsgate portal. So you take what resonates with you and what doesn't. But to me, I'm not going to go like crazy trying to manifest something because of a date that's not even on like the real calendar. So I don't feel comfortable with portals. That's number one. I don't feel comfortable with them. I don't believe that just because there is a specific date, it means that my everything that I hope to have and want to have is going to come, because I've like, it's almost like this ritual, right? That you're like giving into just because you see somebody post about it. So I feel like it's really important for everyone to make the right call for themselves and see what resonates with them and what doesn't, but not just do something because they see it posted on somebody's page on Instagram. I personally won't be like, I've really never resonated with it. It always made me feel a little icky. Um, and I know that I can manifest what I want outside of some portal. Like, I just feel like that's a little crazy for me. Now, when it comes to like faith and trust,
You're welcome. I was BB Magoo 2022.
oh, okay, yes, you're welcome. And that's the thing. Like, everyone has intuition.
Yeah.
Everyone's born with intuition. Okay, it's whether or not you're utilizing it. If something feels icky, if something feels off, because it is, right? And if we all have our own truths, fine. That's beautiful if we all have our own truth. But listen to yours and don't do something just because somebody's telling you to do it. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right for you. Okay? Um, Yeah, so that's something that I'm quite passionate about is really listening to your intuition and strengthening it. And you know, if that's somebody here saying that they want to strengthen it and they have these abilities and they don't know what to do with it, there's a lot of coaches out there that can help you with it, but you have to show up. We can only do so much. You have to show up and commit to this journey for you. Um, Thank you, Jen. But then
Um,
be so proud of yourself. Like if you go through all of this, you know, like Tony's been doing class for a long time, and
God,
I,
so good at that I mean, that was so amazing. I could
yeah,
not get over it.
yeah, and I mean, but like we showed up, we dug deep, we done so much healing, and I'm so proud of my students too because they show up every week and they do that work and they go within and they shed and they feel and they learn to trust not just themselves but their abilities and open up, and it's just so beautiful for me as the coach on my side to really see the students just unveil and go through that journey, and I'm so honored to be able to do that with them, right, and to watch it. um, so back to manifesting, there's a lot of like subconscious beliefs that go into play there. Um, but at the end of the day, personally, I have learned that I have to truly let it go. I have to let it go. I'm going to say to the universe, which is also within me, what I want, what I need, whatever it is, and I'm just giving it up because too many times people will come to me and be like, I am not manifesting this. I don't know what to do. And it's almost like they're impatient or they're desperate. Now it's almost become desperate, which is not so great on a frequency scale either, like vibrational frequency. So if you're in that frequency, I find it either very difficult to manifest or impossible because now you're not just trusting to what will come to you in alignment in its divine timing when it's meant to be. I've done my work, I've said what I've wanted, and now I'm leaving it to divine timing because I am not going to force anything anymore. If you are forcing something, you're going to find that things are going to be pushing back on you a lot more. There's a lot more that's going to go wrong. Faults happen, like all of those things, right? You know, you don't feel good within your body when you're forcing it so much. So you got to just let it go and just trust. And it's like, how do you trust? How do you trust? You got to trust yourself. If you don't feel like you are powerful as F, if you don't listen to your higher self and your intuition and all of that, then you're almost like giving up your entire life to something else to control it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you, so when you're like lighting candles and like, I mean, I light
I don't.
candles. Oh, I do. I like, I normally new moon, full moon, sometimes on Fridays. If I
Yeah.
really want something or I'm having a bad day or something, I will light a candle and I'll talk into the candle. But sometimes I wonder, like, am I even doing it correctly? Because, like, are you allowed to ask, I want this? Please bring me this? Do you say, thank you for already bringing this to me? How are you supposed to properly ask for things? Because
Okay.
that's another thing that's so confusing.
Yeah. In regards to candles, I don't do any like magic stuff, right? So I don't like candles. I like candles because I've just cleaned the house and I like the smell. That's
Right. I have a couple candles lit right now because, yeah. I mean, I
yeah.
always do that, but yeah.
So I just don't connect to it. I've never connected to magic. So I don't do it. But it's intention. And intention is everything.
Right.
If you bring intention of love and kindness and all of that beautiful stuff, beautiful things come. So if you're setting the intention, just like myself, when I do a reading, I'm setting the intention for whatever's for the highest good of my client, right? Um, So if your intention is there with whatever ritual you're doing, I guess, um, I feel like that's enough. But I can't say with 100% certainty with the candles because I just don't do it. But intention is everything. So what was the example you just gave?
So it was like when we want things, if we're praying to God or the universe or angels or whoever, this is where it gets confusing for me. It gets confusing for a lot of other people. Are we praying, say, God, I really want this job. I really hope, I get this job. Or do you say, thank you, God, for this new job. I'm so excited for it. You know,
I feel like it really depends on your connection with God. Are you just turning to God when you want something? Or are
well,
you
no,
turning
I'm
to God?
talking in general, like where, God, angels, the universe, like when we're talking to them and to letting something go, is there a certain way to ask for things or to pray for things, you
It's
know,
intention. I would say it's just your intention.
tension. So it doesn't matter if you,
Who's creating these rules of how you have to ask for things?
okay. And that's because so many people say, well, when you light your candle or you pray, you need to say that you have to act like you already have it.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And as far as manifesting goes, yeah, you really have to like step into that version of yourself as if it's already done, right?
So then, right. But then are you also allowed to say, God, angel, spirit, I really want this. I really hope you're going to bring this to me. Please just put me in the right, that kind of stuff. Or
Yeah,
you,
I'm sure you can. Like at the end of the day, as long as the beautiful intention, loving intention is there. Yes, I'm a little and I can't say that this is 100% of the time because there's, personal life things that happen that's going on in my own personal life where sometimes I will catch myself saying, I hope this goes to plan. I hope. I hope. But when it comes to manifesting something, um, truly manifesting, I don't hope. Because I feel like hope has this hidden level of doubt. So I don't hope. I'm just certain that I'm going to get it. And I don't need to know the how because I trust that the how is going to come effortlessly to me and I will be given what I am asking for in the timing it is meant to come to me. So if I want a new home, and I want to move in 3 months, this really did happen to me, by the way. Okay. I wanted a home. I wanted a specific home. Okay. It was a very specific home. And we really thought it was going to be ours. Like to my core, was like, that is my next house. My husband gets into an accident. The weekend I say, don't leave the driveway. And the Tuesday of the following weekend, the moment a car leaves the driveway, he gets into an accident. And that has tumbled into this weed of us not getting that home and then it selling. But I know I'm still going to get our dream home. For whatever reason, it's not that one. And I can't get hung
well,
up.
it could, but hold on. It could be that one. Who's ever in that one could decide they don't want to be
Who
there.
knows? Maybe, maybe. And I used to get very upset. Okay, like just so you guys know, just because like we're spiritual coaches and psychics and mediums and all of this other stuff, it doesn't mean that we're not like constantly learning and going through new
Right.
versions of ourselves,
We're
right?
all human.
Absolutely. And I feel like sometimes people will think that we have like all the answers and we're just like these light beings that walk through the
Right.
planet always, but we are always learning. Um, but I would get so hung up on, but I want to move. I want to move. I want to move. And it got to the point where you start to get upset that
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't happened rather than the beauty of maybe I act like there's a better plan. Maybe there's a better home that is even more perfect for me in its divine timing, because we are very blessed that we did not get that home when we wanted it because of everything that happened
Right.
afterward.
Right.
Okay. Would have been much, much worse. So I know, I trust that Big Daddy
Right.
God do it.
Absolutely. Well, what's weird
Yeah.
is when I saw this apartment in November, December of 20 of 20. And yeah, November, December of 2020, I saw this apartment and I knew it was mine. I moved in here June of 21.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody chose this apartment. This apartment was empty for those whole 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And years ago, when I first moved here, we did an event um, in this penthouse up on 28th and like 7th, I think it was. And I walked into that one condo and I'm like, I'm going to live here someday. Now, keep in mind, this is like $1 million plus condo.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think the last time it sold was for $1.3 million. Beautiful. I don't know how it's going to happen because right now we know I don't make that kind of money, but someday I'm living in that. It's just a knowing.
Exactly. So you let go of the how.
Right.
Because if you hung up on the how, you are missing those beautiful signs along the way. You're just like, that's when you
Right.
get to despair and all of this other stuff that is so low. Ew, gross. You don't want despair. No,
Right.
you don't want to be desperate. Ew, ew. So you just have to let it go and trust that it's coming.
Right.
Yeah.
So if people want to, you know, take a course with you or get a reading with you, like how do they get in touch with you? And then what are some of the courses that you do give to people to help them with their
Oh, all right. I do private coaching. Okay. My so it's really beautiful because with my coaching, I've noticed what kind of coach I am, right? What I tend to attract with my students that come and resonate with me. So it's really interesting to see. But I do one-to-one coaching, of course, to strengthen your intuition, understand your abilities, all of that beautiful stuff. But a lot of the people that come to me also have anxiety. They feel a little lost, maybe in motherhood. And they really just want to find a place of stillness. They want to understand how to meditate, what that feels like, and how to bring happiness to their life. Now, a lot of times they start out with thinking that they need to find happiness from outside sources, and then they realize happiness really does come from within me and how to access that, right? A lot of shedding happens. So some sessions can feel very much like therapy, whereas other sessions that's like huge breakthroughs without therapy, because it's all to do with their intuition and their abilities and their psychic development and mediumship development. Sometimes I will roll out channeling courses. I personally love channeling my higher self. That true connection to your higher self is absolutely beautiful. So I love teaching that and in a safe way. Okay, you shouldn't be just channeling whatever you want. So I teach it in a safe way. Um, so that is mainly the classes I have right now. I would love to come out with just a one night, kind of maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of teaching a vibrational frequency type class, which I feel would really help a lot of people. And it is something that I teach in my coaching program. Um, Maybe even a little bit of like chakras to understand that. But I haven't rolled anything out yet. So it's mainly coaching and then my psychic mediumship and akashic readings, which you can find on my page. If you go over to my profile, then there's a link in my bio and you can book from there. Um, But those are my main ones right now. I don't have anything else listed right
I love that.
now.
Um, so I don't know. I mean, it's already 7:50, so we should
Oh,
probably do
doing
do
some.
some readings. I don't care how long we stay on. This is like a great conversation. But if anybody has a question and you want her to do a little reading and give an
Yeah.
answer, feel free to stick it in the chat while we're talking.
Yeah. So what will aw, thank you. Thank you. Um, if you do have a psychic question, you can pop it in the comment section, or do you want them to use the question button?
Let's do the comment section. I think that's
Okay. You'll keep up with that.
um. Did we touched on everything we wanted to talk about tonight? Correct?
I think so.
I think so.
The main thing, guys, is just to follow your intuition. And you all have it, and it's a muscle, so you have to you strengthen it. If it's weak and you're not listening to it so many times, then there's always ways of building it back up, right? It's a muscle. It,
How do how do you what are some tips to strengthen it, especially like if people right now don't have the budget to sign up for a course or a class or certain meditations you can do to straighten it, strengthen it. Let me see.
so there's a lot of different psychic games that you can play. You can make it a lot of fun. I even play these with my kids. So you can really make it fun. You don't have to do it on your own. I have hiccups. That's releasing energy.
That's what happens when I yawn.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's what we do. I don't burp at least. Some people, I just hiccup. Um, there's a app called RV Tournament. That's
What?
really cool.
Okay.
RV Tournament, like
Okay.
capital RV Tournament, that you can get in just like your Apple Store. And that one is great. Oh, are you still doing the 6-month reading PDF? Message me and I can open up a spot for you. That's okay. I have like maybe like 3 more to get out. I got a lot done over the weekend, so send me a message and I can add you on. Yes, that's not a problem. Just give me the week to get it out to you. So the 6-month PDF, um, I'm doing um, I'm doing a PDF where it's sent to your email. I'm connecting to your name and your email for the energy. And I'm giving some key points of what's going on until December, but also what you may be bringing in or having to let go for further alignment for your 2026. That's what that is.
Okay, so you have a question, but I don't know what I had a cousin leave this realm via
Made.
maid.
I don't know if you know what that is.
I don't because I'm here in the US.
Okay, so
Is
made
she happy and okay?
in assistance in dying.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So
so
sorry.
So what I'm going to do for mediumship is I'm actually going to connect with spirit. I will say everything that they want to say so that it's not too choppy with everyone. And then maybe then open it up to psychic questions. How does that work? Is that good?
Whatever you want to do. It's your
Yeah.
floor.
I've had a woman with me for like literally all day.
Is
So
that the one that was sitting next to me?
no, not that one.
Yeah.
So this
Somebody
is
tell me
an
that
older.
one.
She did passive cancer. Okay. So just so you know how I work, everybody, if you haven't had a reading with me, I see and I feel. So you're going to see me kind of looking around the room, and it's not because I'm awkward and I don't want to look at you. It's so that I can keep an eye on what I'm being shown from them. And then they'll put feelings within my body. So I know that she passed of cancer and she did battle it for quite some time. Now, when she came to me originally, and she's still here, she almost came in like a panic. She was like talking a mile a minute and like just a panic. So I do feel like she was kind of a worrier. Um, she worried a lot about her family, but she almost gave me this sense like she gave me this sense that she was trying to be there for somebody right now who's maybe not feeling well. Okay. So this does feel like another family member. She's been passed for um, no more than 5 years. This feels like a little bit sooner. She does feel like somebody's mother as well. I would say she's about 60 to 70. One moment. She's also showing me a necklace. She's also saying that there was this feels like a daughter. This must be somebody here that's a daughter to this woman. And she's saying that her daughter took care of her a lot, took her to appointments and things like this, treatments. And she did battle cancer for quite some time, but she feels like a worrier. Like that would be part of her personality. Worried about everybody else, never really wanted to be a burden. But she is talking about somebody who's alive, who isn't feeling well. So she's wanting to check in on them and say that she knows that they're not feeling well. So if anyone can take this, please comment, or you can send me a message if you're seeing this in the
Could also be someone that maybe sees this later.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's connected to this because that's what she told me. So they know if somebody's going to be watching. So if this makes sense to anybody, but it's definitely a woman who passed of cancer. ADHD energy, very hyper and worried. It's very worried. She was very jittery, definitely very jittery. But she came in like talking really fast, kind of like that high energy hyper, but worried. She was also a mom, so it's really important. I know that you have mentioned that it was that you have an aunt like this, but she was definitely a mother as well, and she did have a daughter that would take care of her and take her to the hospital. She's trying to say thank you for that. Okay. Oh, Stacy.
Yeah, when I read that, I got the total chills.
Yeah, sorry, hun. It is. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, yeah. This is for Stacy. Yeah. Okay, one moment. She's 1 second. She's showing me a lot of woods, but it's almost as if you're there. She's showing me walking through these woods, and she's talking about a Pam. I feel like she's trying to say Pam. She's trying to say that you're very much in your head, and she says it's not your time. Whatever that means to you, she says it's not your time, and she's almost trying to calm you down. And that now she comes, now she gets to come with, this must be you. She says that now I get to come with you to appointments. What this means to you, Stacy. I don't know if Stacy, I hope Stacy's still on. Sounds like my mom. No, this really does feel like it's now. Please keep in mind. Yeah, you're welcome, Stacy. She's not gone yet, but
Not gone. She's still here. Can't get rid of her that easy.
But keep in mind that, especially in a group setting, more than one spirit will come, and obviously there's lots of them here, but they will also tag team. So Stacy's loved one in spirit will come, but with a very similar message to this other lady here as well. So if you can take anything from the message that I'm giving to Stacy, it means it is for you as well. So just keep this in mind, okay? Let me just see if there's, that was like her main thing. She was, yeah, very, very worried. She wants people to know that she's also all right. Like, I feel like somebody is asking for her, Stacy. Somebody is asking for her like, for her guidance, for her protection, things like this, for her to be with you, all of these type of things. Somebody is almost like praying for this person to be with them, and she just wants to say that she's okay and she's with you and she's coming to appointments. It's been a tough breathing day with the fire smoke in our area.
And she said, yeah.
Bill, yeah, okay. So if you can please let him know, because she's saying like, he doesn't hear me. He doesn't hear me. She's very funny. But she's like, he doesn't hear me. So she's just trying to calm everybody. And I feel like part of her energy with the whole worry thing is everyone else's worry that she's trying to portray, okay? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And this will happen, right? Like, especially if they're very similar in how they pass or something like this. Okay. Thank you, Stacy. She's sweet though. Yeah, so if there's more than one that pass very similar, or like a similar message, something like this, they'll tag team. So if you can take some of this, it's for you as well. Okay, so let's see who else is here. Okay, I'm just gonna thank her because she was really sweet. She was with me since the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, since the morning. She would like leave and then come back. Is it time? No, it's not time yet. And then she would go again.
Really?
Yeah. But she was talking about a Pammy or Tammy, something like that. It was me, Pam, me, Tam, me, that kind of thing. Okay. Let's see. There's a male. Something with his arms. They almost feel very, very weak. And he's showing me this like hospital setting, and that there were uh, what is it, like lines and IV lines and needles in his arms. And he didn't like the feeling. He's showing me the tape tugging on his skin. He really didn't like it. I do feel like he passed in a hospital, but it took some time. So he's definitely feeling the sticky tape on his arms with the lines, and he says that it's cold. It's almost like you know that feeling of when the fluids go into your arm, IV fluids. That's what it feels like. He had difficulty walking, he says. His body was very weak. He feels very ill before he passed. It was very difficult for him to walk, and I do feel like he had some bed sores. He's very thankful that people were able to say goodbye. So this gentleman definitely had family with him. He doesn't feel like anything was left unsaid, he says. But someone was missing. He says that there was a family member that wasn't able to make it because of distance. There was also, this feels like he's talking about a conflict with another male. There's conflict since he's passed. There's conflict since he's passed within the family.
The only thing, as you're talking, it kind of sounds like my stepfather, but because he couldn't walk. But I wouldn't know about any he couldn't walk towards the end, and he died in the hospital. But I don't know if there would be conflicts.
Okay, well, let me get more information from him. He was definitely balding. He's so cute. He's got like his pants up, and like pants are up here and belt, and he's got like
Well,
a
maybe.
shirt with like buttons, those button-down shirts, but it's like a t-shirt one, and he's got his jeans all the way up. He's really cute. Usually when they come in with jeans, for me, with males, it represents them being like very simple men, non-materialistic, things like this. But he is definitely talking about a conflict within the family since he's passed. He also has glasses.
Yeah, then I don't think it's my stepfather.
You know what? Um, yes, he is missing a leg because he just made me adjust and I'm sitting on one of my legs. He is missing a leg. Um, he looks much older. He looks like he's kind of making it. He must have been a very funny man because he's like, don't tell everyone my age. I want to say late 70s. One moment. Yeah, he is missing a leg, but he's definitely had bed sores. So it just feels very much like he suffered greatly towards the end of his life with a lot of pain. A lot of pain. He was very uncomfortable, and he wants everyone to know that he's not comfortable anymore. How he presents himself to me is like standing on 2 feet. Like he's got his 2 feet and everything is fine. Oh, interesting. I had a Frank earlier that came to visit me. Oh, okay. My father-in-law, he was, but is there a, I want to make sure I'm getting the right person here. Um, he doesn't make me feel like he had diabetes. He's showing me a playground, but this feels like a memory. So this would have been a gentleman that would have taken care of you guys. So I feel like there's more than one child here. But there's a slide that he's showing me, and this is a memory of his. And he's also showing me a lot of like almost like hoarder energy. So he would have very difficult to throw things away. Separated from his son now. Um, he's talking about somebody having a great difficulty emotionally right now. Great deal emotionally because he's playing a song in my head. Oh God, I'm not gonna sing live, am I?
Sure, sing live.
He's singing a song. Hang on for one more day. That one. Who sang that from a long time ago? Um,
You have to sing it more because I don't
oh,
know.
he just keeps replaying that same part. Um, it was in Bridesmaids at the end of the song.
That was a great
Wilson,
movie.
that is that the name? Yes, Wilson
Wilson
Phillips. That's
Phillips.
it. Thank you. Yes, Wilson Phillips. Thank you. That one. Yes, everyone knows. See, you have to sing more.
I don't. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's singing. He's singing. He's playing this song in my head, but it's only that part, okay? So he's trying to portray that the person that needs to hear this message is going through something very difficult emotionally. And it's like a lot of crying, and a lot of talking in this person's head. I do feel like this person has glasses. The person that he's talking about also has glasses, that's crying a lot. And like asking for him. And it's almost like, why am I not dreaming of you? Why am I not dreaming of you? This kind of thing. Almost like you're asking for support, but it's very heavy crying that he's trying to calm.
Jay Maynard says that
Oh,
they think it's them.
okay. Your
She's
grandpa.
above, yeah.
Would the conflict make sense, Jess?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, grandpa. Okay. He's so cute. He's like, can you tell her I say hi? He's so cute. Can you tell her I say hi?
A
Okay.
lot has changed with my family.
Yeah. He's saying hi. I don't know. Have you been asking him to say hi to you? Like, because it almost the message is it makes me feel like you have. Like, can you say hi to me? Can you like make yourself known? Can you say hi? It's specifically hi. Hello, hi. Yeah. It's very specifically hi. Can you tell him I say hi? Yeah, talk to him. Okay. Um, okay. There's another gentleman who lost a lot of weight towards the end of his life. He used to be, um, I wouldn't say heavier set, but he definitely lost weight towards the end, is what he's saying. Bedridden as well, completely bedridden. He can't walk. Um, and he has the covers like this, all the way up in this bed, and he almost it looks like a hospital bed, but it almost looks like he has this at his house. And he's talking about a bed that goes like up and down. But the house is it's no one's there. He's like alone in this house. So I feel like his wife, loved one, would have been in spirit prior to him. His passing doesn't feel very it feels sooner. Like under 2 years, like it feels much sooner. He's got a stubbornness to him as well that softened. He said I was very stubborn man, but it softened when I became very ill. This would have been probably the last 6 months of his life. It really softened where he wasn't as stubborn. He's also showing me this is in somebody's home, and it's like almost like this glass bookshelf. Like it looks like, and it's small. It's not anything really big. To try to describe it more, it feels dark in color, And there's things of his on the shelf. Almost like this little like honoring shelf of him. Some of his items, and it looks like a photo as well. I almost want to salute him. Not in like an army way, but like a police firefighter type of way. Does this make sense to anybody so far? Yeah, not. Oh, oh wow. Okay. Um,
There.
does the rest of it make sense to you? With what I had described, was he alone in his home? Did he lose his wife first? I hope she's still here.
Did you see someone wrote no, but she's not all there?
No, he was specifically showing me him by himself in this home. Okay. But it's very specific that he's by himself. Like that's very, very specific with him that he was by himself in this home. He was not with his wife, is what he's saying. Okay. He said that he really liked to eat. Like all of the food on his plate. He's even like getting bread and like scraping the plate clean. Yeah. Yelling at people to come through. There's so many people here, guys. That's the thing. There's so many people here. But I want to be able to locate him. And maybe somebody will. Oh, okay. Yes, and drink vodka. Yeah, he like loved to eat and he's like scraping the plate. Um, and he said that like it's almost like people would serve him. So it's almost like his wife would bring the food to the table kind of thing. But he doesn't feel very much like a cook. It's like somebody else is cooking for him. But he's trying to come through too. And there's like so many, and that's why my head is so itchy. I get very itchy. My head gets very itchy when I have a lot of spirit around me. Um, maybe we switch over to
Psychic questions, or if you're too tired, we can stop.
no. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that I'm saying what he wants to say, okay? So just give me one moment. He's talking about, this is a child, one second.
A child?
Yeah, he's talking about a child.
Oh,
But like, this child's very open, is what he's saying. That the child's very open, like almost like spiritually light opened. Um, so if you have a child that has been talking about seeing lights, it's almost like lights, and bright orb lights. And he's trying to talk about this child.
he has 5 kids. They live all over the U.S. and we're fighting, so it's piggybacking from the
Oh,
last one.
makes sense, right? Because that's exactly what I was saying, that they're going to come in at the same time. Oh, wow. He says he sees spirit.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. So can you take note of that and know that that is true? Because he makes me feel like he's seeing him. Makes me feel like he's seeing him, and he sees a lot of color, is what your grandfather is saying. It's like little dots of light. I have somebody else with breast cancer. It's crazy. Little dots of light that move around. So please know that your grandfather in spirit is trying to just say that it's him. So maybe everyone can be a little more comfortable or whatever it is if it's freaking anyone out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go live, like do your own little lives and do little
But yeah, that makes it less scary. Yeah, thank you. I just church all the time. I have chills. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, good. He's mostly just trying to calm some like calm somebody's nerves because of this child. Okay, that was the main reason why he was here. I always love hearing why they're here. I don't want to just say what they, it's beautiful because talking to them for like an hour, right, rather than like a few minutes over
right.
it's so different to speak with them for an hour. So they love to tell their stories, their memories, who they were. But I also love knowing why they're here in the first place for you, right? So he's just trying to calm your nerves with the child. He was really lovely, though. He was a very lovely gentleman. Yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. And I actually wanted to do lives this week, Lisa.
In
I know, and I totally wanted to. Maybe I still will with
you
everything.
could.
I know. I just have to make sure that my kid doesn't come down and interrupt and things like this.
Maybe
But
do it like Thursday or Friday night or something, or
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
you go on later after they go to bed on Friday night or even
yeah.
night.
Um,
Or
why don't we leave space for like a few psychic questions, just so that I can do a mix of both?
anybody have any like yes or no questions or something you want to know? Am I gonna win the lottery? No. um, let's see. Why people are doing that? Love to know. Dating local. What do you see?
Dating local or international? Like, where would your next boyfriend be? Is that what you mean?
When that person. You're welcome. I don't think. Okay, so Alex is asking, do you see me moving?
Hang on. Husband going to find a new job? Yes, very soon. Okay.
No.
Very. I feel like something's already in the works. You're just waiting to hear back with a yes or no. Um, Sorry. Are the steps I've taken recently in creating a new career path worth my efforts? Are they worth taking, or is my energy best spent elsewhere? It's interesting because I feel like you're missing steps. I don't feel like so I feel like you're on the right path, but I feel like there's a few things that you haven't done that are going to like launch you big time into what you want to do, but you haven't done everything yet. And there's like a feeling of like creative potential, something creative that you're stuck on, and you just need to like move forward with that creativity. Um, I wouldn't say that. I feel like if your energy is best elsewhere, right? Like that's where the intuition comes from. Um, Something about it just feels like you're almost forcing it, and I feel like that's not totally aligned for you to force, but there's feels like missing steps. I don't know if I answered that properly. Will I
Okay.
job offer this month from a hospital program? I don't see it this month, but I do. Oh, maybe no, sorry. End of August. It's like last week of August feels uh much better for you. See me moving.
Yeah, Alex was out.
It just feels like it's like almost like beginning talks. I don't feel like anything is in the works yet. So if this is like just the beginning of you wanting to move, it will happen. I feel like it's going to take about like 6 months.
There was another question I thought up here too. I don't know. Oh, and that lady asked back,
I feel like it's local.
local love. Okay. Um,
Oh, you're welcome.
Care E. Graham, is she going to get proposed to this year?
Um, yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not going to answer this because I'm not going to ruin it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Um, Above that, is my husband going to find a new job soon?
I'll answer that one.
Oh, you
I think
did?
all of them. Yes, I said that
Oh,
something works already. He's going to get a new job soon. I feel like
um,
he's waiting for like a reply.
is my brother going to be okay, Naomi? I'm worried about his health.
Where? Where was that? I missed it.
Lost cause.
Where was that?
It's under. It's under where it says the proposal, and then it says yes, and then it says LA_SCOZ.
I can't see that. Okay, so I'm sorry. Can you repeat it? I can't see it for some
It's
reason.
okay. Is my brother going to be okay? They're worried about his health.
Um, yes, I feel like he's kind of going back and forth with some tests that feels like a very frustrating journey, but um, it feels like a journey. I'll leave it with that.
We have a question in the question box. Sweetison asked, "Will Anthony ask me to be his girlfriend eventually?"
Losing power. Hang on.
Yeah, it's what happened with me when I stood up with the plug.
Will Anthony ask me to be his girlfriend eventually? Yeah, but I also feel like he's. I also feel like like you can do better. To be honest, I feel like you can do better because he is not giving you enough. I feel like you can do better. I feel like you can do better. Okay?
Let me see. Sorry, let me read the question. Naomi knows. I don't know what that one is. Will my husband Adrian be successful in his own business?
Yes.
A psych,
More organized. He needs to get more organized. Very disorganized. But
um, a psychic told me my family. A psychic told my family I'd make a living off my communication skills 30 years ago. I am not in a career like this. What can you tell me about this?
so I would say that just because a psychic says something,
Doesn't
you're
always
not
mean it happen.
all in that basket. Okay? Timelines change 30 years. A lot changes in 30 years. A lot can change in a month. So I would say, you know what? It's funny because a psychic told my mom when she was pregnant with me that I would be a psychic medium.
Really?
She said that my oldest brother would be a lawyer, he's an actor, and that my middle brother would be a cartoon artist. He's a chef, but he's very good at drawing. However, a lot can change in a month, let alone 30 years. So I would not get hung up on something that a psychic said you would become, and you become what you want to become.
Right, exactly. It's like still pursuing my hosting and acting. Everyone says it's going to happen, but I still have to be doing the work to make it happen. It
Yeah.
may never happen, or it may, but I will always keep doing what I love to do. I mean, I was in LA for 10 years. I did the Wedding Crashers. That was my biggest thing. I miss it. I'm as soon as I get these settlements in, the headshots kick back in, and I'm going back in that way.
Yeah.
I need new headshots. I can't go on auditions with headshots that I had like 10 years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago, even.
One doesn't feel like her. It just doesn't feel like something you would enjoy, to be honest. It doesn't feel
And
like her.
you guys, if you want more, you can reach out to Naomi. She's a phenomenal reader.
Yeah,
Um,
much. The type of psychic that I am, like, I won't just tell you things that you know. I'll tell you obviously things that are coming, but I also come at it with like what you need to do in order to bring more alignment in your life to get those things that you desire, especially. But that is the kind of reader I am. So we're all different. All psychics and mediums are going to be different. For myself as a medium, I really enjoy getting to know your loved ones while they're with me. I love seeing their memories. I love feeling the amount of love that they have for you. And I love getting the messages of why they're here for you in the time that we are together. Psychic, it's going to be, if I do get something from the past, it's because you haven't let something go. That's the reason why I would get something from the past, because you're holding on to something from the past that is preventing you from moving forward and into alignment or getting the things that you desire and things like this. So I'm going to see, a breakup from the past or something like that we're still holding on to. And then of course see things in your future as well. So yeah. So you can head over to my profile and click the link in my bio and you can book from there. I do Akashic readings as well, which is past life stuff. And if you guys have any questions about, my readings or something like that, please by all means DM me and figure it out.
Before we leave, I want to know from Jen or Moonflower who was by me and are they still here? And then when I call you, you can maybe tell me. I don't know. That's freaky
It
to
was,
know that they both saw someone by me.
I wasn't going to say anything, but there was like because I kept kind of looking off to the side, exactly where Charlene said, which is Moonflower. It felt more male energy, but at the same time, like usually feng shui, we wouldn't have a mirror around. Like it's actually quite distracting with us mediums when we see someone in the back, right? Because I'm
Okay,
like,
I can't wait to call you in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes after I post this and you can tell me
you're
because
fine. Nothing bad. You're fine. You're fine. You're protected. Everything's good. You're all right. Like, and that's one thing you have to keep in mind with mediumship.
yeah, Laura just watched the beginning of the live.
Yeah, well,
Just watch the it's pretty funny. Naomi, I adore you. This was so much fun.
yeah.
Um and yeah, so let people know how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, so I am soulandspirit.naomi on Instagram. And again, there's a link in my bio. You can message me. Some people don't know what service they need, but ultimately you do know because it's the one you're most pulled to. And then you can book from there. I do have some spots left for August. And then my schedule will be shifting in September once the kids go back to school.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Thank you,
Naomi.
everybody, for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lisa.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.